Do you know what I know?
Probably not. What do you know?
I know that understanding what people know now is the first step in a consultation.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We're excited to welcome you to another episode of Life's Inside Track. I'm Yetta Decker.
I'm Ken Decker.
And because we get to share techniques, thoughts, tools, tips, and truths that we all need. Because we want to turn our house into home where our families thrive and we can live the best life possible. So what we're going to learn in this segment is whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whether you're investing, or actually even if you're staying put, knowing what the next step is really all that's required. And you got to ask some questions to be able to get there.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Where did the saying curiosity killed the cat come from?
Okay. Any cat quotes are pretty much all not very helpful.
Well, just because curiosity, like it makes it sound like curiosity is a negative. But
Right.
Coming from curiosity is how we ask questions and find out exactly what someone's experience has been so we can help out.
Right. Because if you just jump in and answer, so when somebody asks me a question, whether it's selling, buying, investing, or do I stay put, so often people will ask a general question. And if I just dive in and answer it, I answer it wrong. I got to backtrack and ask, what do you already know? What have you already discovered? What have you already figured out? Because that from that place, I can fill in the gaps.
What's your experience been so far?
Right. Right.
Maybe they've never bought a home, but they have experience in looking for a home or frustrations around something.
Right. Or maybe they've been looking for 5 years and never actually purchased. Right? We're ready to buy our first home. Oh, how long have you been looking? Is just a very casual yet defining question. And I can tell you the answer sometimes I have to kind of go, close my mouth rather than open it because my job is going to hit the ground because it wasn't what I was expecting.
Well, that's where you need to stay in curiosity.
There you go. Rather than moving into judgment, which is so, well,
Right.
I find so easy to do as a human. It's easy to start going into what I know and thinking I have all the answers versus staying in that state of curiosity and simply moving the person forward from that place.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I've gone to like a sales presentation, whether it be for a car or a house or whatever. And I'm either bored to tears because they're just going through their presentation, flipping slides, and it's a stick. It's a, what do you call that?
Shtick.
A stick.
A stitch. Now I can't even say it.
It's just a pitch.
There, it's a pitch.
It's a pitch, and it doesn't change. It's a presentation, and I've had times where my eyes are glazed over because I don't have a clue what they're talking about. They are so far beyond my knowledge base that I'm just lost. And that's a presentation. Now, a consultation really is designed on the spot
And
for the person you're speaking to.
And it's explorative. That's the word that just popped into my head that I could barely contain myself
That's a great
and not
word.
say. It's an exploration
Yeah.
into where are you now? What do you know now? And what do you need to know next? And we don't need to know what you need to know for the next 10 years. It's what do you need to know kind of like right now? Because as we fill in those gaps, what we've noticed is confusion, frustration, angst, anxiety tends to dissipate when you have a sense of what is next.
Yeah, I love that explore. Because you know what? It's not just us exploring them to find out what they know or what it's exploring the process. It's exploring the end result. It's exploring whether a move makes sense at all, or we're ready for a move, or the move should happen in a year from now. Or it's exploration through questions. And that's what creates a great conversation. Now, if there isn't room for questions back and forth and conversation, it may start to feel like an interrogation.
So I'll confess right now. Confession 101. I do so many of these. Why do I do this?
The confessions?
The
Because
confessions.
confession is good for the soul.
Okay, perfect. So in the past, I would find myself inquisitive, wanting to explore, but really not giving the person a lot of room to breathe. And it can still happen from time to time. I have to watch that pattern because I get excited. I get passionate, as everybody probably knows that's been listening or watching to any of our episodes. And so sometimes that makes me move too quick, talk too fast, and get in your face too hard, too soon. And so it's truth.
Too hard, too soon.
Yeah. And maybe I should never do it. And so that's kind of the point. So maybe you, like me, have found times that you just get so worked up about something, all for the best interest of the person you're working with, and it doesn't land well. Like, have you ever found yourself having the best of intention, but it falling flat because your enthusiasm didn't actually, or your questioning ability didn't match what the person needed at the time. Maybe it was all I needed to do, or maybe all you needed to do was slow down the question, give them more room to answer the question, and maybe even ask it slower, because some people haven't thought about the thing we're asking them yet.
Well, I'm going to ask a question right now.
Oh, no. To me?
What do you mean, no, not
I thought
to
he
you?
was to me. I thought he was going to put me on the spot.
No, to you. And the question is, does an explorative consultation sound enticing? Does it sound like something you maybe would like to explore? And you could give us a call at 613-860-4663, and we would be delighted to connect with you and do a consultation, either over Zoom or in person.
Or even on the phone.
Yeah, I don't like the phone.
Well, I do. So if you like the phone, ask for Yetta. If you don't like the phone and you want Zoom or you want face-to-face, you could ask for either of us.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's great. What do you think of that?
I think that's a great idea, because you don't know what you don't know. So the whole point of this conversation is really, let's discover what you do know, because as we fill in the gaps, as you fill in the gaps, you lose the angst that can be available.
Yeah, because when you're taking a new journey, a new path, a new, whether it be, you own a home, so you've had that experience of buying a home, but you've never had the experience of selling one and buying another, or maybe it's been a long time since you've had it, it's very easy to go into overwhelm.
Well, and even if you've done it 10 times, like I have lots of clients that have done it 10, 15 times, they've bought and sold, they've moved around. Every market is different. Every strategy, given the time of the market and the era that like even in relation to technology and how things are done, all of that's different. Like, we're not giving the same counsel today, or the same options aren't being presented today that we were presenting 2 years ago, or we were presenting 10 years ago.
That's true. That's
right?
true. Absolutely. So when we find out what you know, and we can give you a clear path, the answers will give a clear path forward. And Eugene Jones-Co, I hope I get his last name right, Jones-Co, his quote is, "It's not the answers that enlightens, but the question." And we're honored to be on this journey with you, partnering towards wealth, wisdom, and worth.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.